welcome back to ModSauce. Alright, well, as you can see, things haven't changed a whole lot up here in the main factory floor. I did decide to rearrange how I was doing the storage drives. I got 4 banks of 4 there. As you can see, 4 of them are already full with the 64K modules, and these remaining 12 will also be filled with 64K modules. I've got a single dense cable line coming over there to provide 32 channels for all of that, and that leaves room for some more expansion later on. I haven't done anything with this yet. I did a little bit of fancying things up here. I took the top of this thing here, this pyramid, and I kind of stretched it out a little bit. I left an opening here so that it will be convenient for arriving by air on those occasions when I do, and I moved the portal. A little bit of trouble with it, but I did get it moved, and when I arrive here, I come out facing the stairway that heads up into the factory. Alright, that's great. And then over here, all of these tanks, you'll notice that they're all mostly empty. There's about 8 buckets out of 16 in each tank. Of the bottom row, anyway. That's because down here, I have 8 of these essence drums, and they all have 256 buckets. I've got them rigged with liquid transfer nodes on the bottom to pull out of them and feed this tesseract, which I have it set to send liquids on the TFC main power channel. Alright. Whoa. Glitching into stuff. Don't like that at all. It's like suddenly going blind. Ugh. Alright, so I propose to set things up and make use of some of that juice. And kind of an extended multi-spawner, sort of, kind of, I think. Alright, let's come out this way. Let's see, what's 2, 3, 4, 5 looks good. Yeah. And then that one will come out 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. And then on here, 3 auto spawners from MFR. Okay. Now they need power, and I've already learned that this kind of energy pipe doesn't work, so I've got some RedNet energy cable here. And I can turn F7 off. Alright, on top, we need some transfer pipe of the liquid variety. Oh, come on. No, I didn't need 3 transfer nodes. God. Needed that. And where did that go? Here we are. Put that back. Alright. Now I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to drop a tesseract. And then throw a liquid transfer node on the tesseract. And an energy cable onto it. Alright, it's set to receive fluid and energy. Alright. Good. They have essence and they have power. I have not got the things in there yet. I have safari nets for pig, a chicken, and a cow, which is a good start. There's other things I want to have in this little monstrosity, but this is a good start. Okay. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Little spacer there. Because I want to be able to see inside and watch the fun. And clear glass ensures that. Alright, now let's get some space on this side. I wish I'd stopped doing that. That's probably enough. Alright. Okay. Actually, yeah. Okay, I've got some melee turtles here. And they are going to kill the results. Let's set them up along here. Let's see, there's... Along this is the center, so one here. Alright. Mark it. Alright. That tells me what I need to do for dimensions here. Some of this I've thought out, some of it I'm just kind of spitballing as I go. You know, making it up as it happens. Alright. This side I can go ahead and fill in. Okay. Now what I'm going to do with the turtles is I'm going to set them up with a simple program on their startup, a simple startup program, one that will load every time they the world is rebooted and so on, so they'll just automatically do it. It's like a simple three-liner, I think, that just makes them automatically attack any mobs in front of them. And I'll fuel them up by providing a bunch of lava to run them with. Let's see. All right. Now that's a... I don't remember what the spawning radius of those things is. So maybe I should just go ahead and have this wall out this way. Yeah. Something like that. Okay, let's try doing something with some stone and the chisel. Okay. See what that looks like. Might expand that more. Not sure. We'll find out when fire a thing up, because I figure it's not going to be a problem. It's just cows, chickens, and pigs were spawning here. As a matter of fact, let's see. I need a lever. A handy way, an easy way to turn it on and off. I don't have much. Oh, I can make some more. Okay. So if I take some of the stone, okay, now we set the tesseract. Come on. Anyway, tesseract enabled redstone low, so the switch turned on kills the power. Okay, good. Now let's put the chicken in here. We don't need exact copies of any of these. Pop the cow. Oh, the doggone jailer spawner won't go in there. And it used the power it had to spawn two chickens. Okay. Alright. I need some safari nets that are not the jailer's kind. Okay, single use will do as far as I can tell. We'll just let these out and capture them in the single. I had two of those singles. I know I did. Okay, fine. Okay, maybe I didn't pick up both of them. Where'd it go? Oh. Alright. Okay, this one for pigs. Oh, gotta have the other safari nets. Ay, ay, ay. These guys. Alright. We'll get it straight here eventually. That I can guarantee. Alright. Alright. Pop the pigs in here. And the cows in there. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the switch on. Okay, it looks like we're not going to have a problem, except for an overpopulation. Let's shut that off. Oy, look at that. Go away, chicken. Alright. I'm going to take a minute, put a roof on this thing, which I should have done ahead of time, and we'll go to the next phase here. Alright. I think I pretty well got things set up here. I may take most of this stone stuff out. I'm not sure yet. But there's that up there. Got the turtles all in place. I ended up making 2 more because I realized this thing was 8 wide, and I wanted it to be easier to deal with in terms of just getting them taken care of. And you know, I'm realizing I didn't need to have that there or that there. I also have to take that glowstone out, those nooks, and these I need to change where they're at. Alright, anyway, but I got the turtles programmed finally, and if I hit Control T and hold it, it terminates the program, and then just edit, startup, and by naming the program startup, it is automatically run anytime the world is restarted or anything like that, and it's just goes. The simplest program in the world, while true, do turtle attack end. So anytime the turtle detects something in front of it, it attacks to kill it. So we just hit escape, swap over to exit, and then just hit startup. Boom, it's running. Okay, now with these vacuum hoppers, the idea with the vacuum hoppers is to collect experience. So let's see, this is 8 wide. If I put one here, and I put another one here, and I'll go ahead and put one there. Now, granted, they pick up in a 3-block radius, but I figure the experience they pick up is going to be right in front of the turtle, and that should do the trick. Alright, now, the mobs will of course spawn anywhere in here, but, and we got conveyor belts to bring them to their doom. And I'm going to go ahead and line this place with conveyors. Perhaps I should make it a point to be flying while doing it. Whoa. I'm not even on them. I'm flying over them and they're doing it like those fans do. Oh boy. Okay. Well, that means I'm going to stay back a little bit. This one, sure, anything that spawns goes that way. Now, get the last bunch of them. All right. Well, the turtle attack is working. Okay, that's good. Go ahead and close that up. And let's turn this sucker on briefly, just to see it in action. Very good. Alright, now let's turn that off. We have to deal with the down below end of things before we think about letting it run. Okay, so here's our vacuum hoppers, and turn NEI off briefly. Set it for experience output. Let's see, is that the bottom? Yeah, okay, good. All right. Okay. Let's see, I've got some liquid transfer nodes. And a little bit of transfer pipe. How about if I put it in the right place? There. All right. And that can run over here to some barrels. There. And now we are collecting XP. Alright, I'm probably going to put more barrels. I should think about some other kind of storage with a denser capacity, but that'll do for the moment. Now the turtles should, in their inventories, yeah, they're picking up items. So let me open that up down there. And for the moment, I just want some chests. Oh God, I gotta think of something to do with those. Oh, turn NEI back on. Okay, fine, we'll just... And upgrades, wood to iron. Oh, I forgot these things don't stack. All right. That'll do. Alright, there's where our turtles are going to come out. The output from them. Ah. I don't have enough item transfer nodes. That's alright. Alright. I don't imagine that connection's going to matter because that one's doing liquidness and so on. Alright. Can we wrench that to not do that? I think that means don't transfer anything in that direction. I don't know. We'll find out. Better yet. And I'll put a facade or cover or something on the other side. Alright, where's these chests? Oh, come on. Not a problem. Temporary measure. I'll get better set up later. Right now it's just to make sure that everything is doing something. Alright, I'm going to grab a couple of more item transfer nodes and put those on the turtles that don't have one. Item transfer nodes, good. There. Alright, let's go ahead and start this thing up and see what we get from it. Plenty of cows, chickens, and pigs. They're collecting items. I don't see the stuff being pulled out. I may need something additional here. But you can see just how fast this sucker is going. Look at this. That is great. So, once I can get the stuff to come out of the turtles... Oh, wait a minute. Transfer pipes, world interaction upgrade? Yeah, I'll bet you that's it. Let's get some of those made. Come on. Alright, we'll need some picks. That'll do it. I'll bet you that'll do it. One each, please. Wait a minute. Stuff is coming down here. I wonder if it needed the world interaction upgrades. Let me take those out of the two I put them in. Empty those. Let's see if we're still getting stuff out of them. It looks like we are. Alright. How are we doing for XP? Considering this is in millibuckets, we're doing alright. I will definitely want more containers, or containers that can store more in a smaller space. But I think we've got something here. It looks like the chickens occasionally manage to glitch right in front of the turtles. Two of them have managed that. But everything else is getting croaked real fast. This is good. And honestly, I'm thinking it may not necessarily be required to run this thing that much. What I want to do is come up with a system that can detect when there is a given amount of stuff there, then turn the thing off automatically. Okay, I want to look down here now. And how is our mob juice coming? How are we doing there? it's pulling it at a slowish kind of rate. I think it's pulling it faster than the farm up there can provide it. But with a buffer of all these tanks and all those drums, I don't think we're going to run short anytime right away. Especially since I have no intention of leaving this running full-time automatic. Well, automatic, yes, but with a system that automatically shuts it off when there's a certain amount of stuff already there. Alright. This is good. I was getting down to my last couple of pieces of chicken here. I'm glad I got this going. Alright. Turn that off. Let's see what we've got down below. Oh yeah. Plenty of chicken, ham, pork, well, beef, feathers. What are we going to do with all those feathers? Four buckets of XP, 2 buckets of XP, 1 bucket, and a little over 1 bucket. Alright. And these barrels will hold 256 buckets each, so that's good. Alright. I do want to fine-tune this a bit, upgrade these chests. I don't want to run this into the AE system, at least not yet. Although it might be easier to do that. I don't know. Because then I could have some kind of a level emitter and maybe get these turtles to respond to a redstone signal, or have a level emitter emit a redstone signal when there is so much of a given item in the system. The redstone signal would light that redstone wire up, or better yet, the level emitter could be right there, above the, or next to the tesseract, which would shut these things down. That might be a good idea, a nice way to automate it. Yeah, I think so. I just got to run some cable over here, run a channel or two over there, and see what we can do with that. Alright, I'm going to work on that. I'll be back. Alright, I think I got it here. As a matter of fact, I'm very sure I've got it. Go ahead, I don't need the switch anymore. I've got it rigged up automatically. Oh, there is one thing I'll have to do though. But the way I've got it rigged, I've got a level emitter here. When the levels are below or equal to 640 raw beef, then it will emit the signal, and with this needing a signal high, that will turn the thing on. And as long as there's less than that much raw beef in the AE system, this thing will run. That does mean that I have to come down here and I need to run a circuit over there real quick. And I need to get myself an input node, an import bus. One import bus. And I should have run the dense cable from there. I was using the colored cable, and I think it's a good idea because the different colors don't connect to each other, except of course the uncolored one will connect to all of them. Alright, now we're getting inputs pulled out of here. Yeah, I better put a speed upgrade on there. Aha. Make it faster. Alright. Card. Acceleration cards. Alright. And I'm going to go ahead. Speed it up big time. Yeah. Alright. Now that'll do the trick, and we don't need just one chest down there. Alright. That's great. And now when the system has got enough beef in there, it will shut this sucker down. And that'll take care of that. That's great. So we will quickly have lots of beef, pork, and chicken, and feathers, and leather. Lots and lots of leather. And the next phase of this operation is to set up automatic delivery of these things over to the butcher shop in town. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I'm out of here.